Neverending Chain by Dragon Translator. Chapter 116. Saying Goodbye to a Friend. Telling the Submariffer about their decision proved to be harder than Hiccup expected. Given the sigh she gave when Hiccup finished saying he and his nest were leaving, he suspected she blamed herself. First the bewilderbeast took his nest and left, and now Hiccup and his nest were returning.
"Are you sure you have to leave?"
the dragon asked.
"We fear an enemy will believe all the dragons have come here, and think now will be a great time to attack the nest,"
Hiccup explained.
"The dragons have stated they want to go home and defend the nest. I cannot deny them that. I, also, want to go back and defend it." "But the hatchlings, they will be in danger as well."
Hiccup sighed and then smiled sadly.
"I brought that up to them as well. They reminded me of a secure location within the nest I was having an elder create, so that the young of the nest, dragon and human alike, had a place to go, as well as those who cannot fight for whatever reason."
The Submariffer silently watched the water lap against the red-coloured sand that edged the small island. She then looked back to Hiccup.
"I will miss our talks. You and your future queen have taught me so much about humans, and the mage and her son have entertained me with song and stories."
Hiccup tilted his head.
"When the rest of the dragons here leave for their own nests, where will you go? Do you have a pod to return to?" "This is my home, young Alpha. I lend the use of the land to the nesting dragons, but the waters are my territory. I also have no pod. We water twisters live alone for the most part. Our size means too many of us in one area would cause our food to run low, and may even cause it to run out."
"Oh," Hiccup said, saddened by that. He knew what it meant to be alone. He knew what it meant to not really have anyone. He did not want that for anyone, even if the reason was practical. He jerked, then smiled as an idea rushed into his mind.
"When the dragons all leave, why don't you come visit my nest? You can stay in the waters around Book, and we can meet and talk, so long as there's not bad weather preventing anyone from leaving their dens. I know you'll have to return here to ensure this area remains yours, but the invitation to visit is an open one. You can come any time, for as long as you want."
The Submariffer blinked.
"You would let me stay in your waters?" "Sure. You're a friend. Friends are always welcomed." "Friend? You see me as a friend?"
the dragon asked, then laughed, a gargling sound that made Hiccup want to clear his own throat.
"Never thought I would see the day I became a friend to a human. That a human would willingly see me as a friend."
The Submariffer turned to Astrid.
"You are a lucky female."
Astrid smiled, squeezing Hiccup's hand. "Yes, I am."
Hiccup grunted. "I'm the lucky one,"
he muttered, staring at her. Astrid placed a soft kiss upon his cheek. Hiccup smiled. He heard the Submariffer laugh again and turned back to the dragon. Hiccup tilted his head again as another thought flew through his mind.
"You said you keep humans away from this island, and I know, now, that most myths about Submarippers are true. Your kind can form twisting water to suck ships down. You wouldn't happen to know of a ship, a human water den, that is not underwater and relatively still in one piece?" "I do, but why do you ask?" "I need something to transport the hatchlings home in." "Ah, that makes sense. You do not have the size of the Tusked King does, so it would not be feasible to carry them yourself."
The dragon shifted around until she stared off in the direction the Night Fury male had flown in.
"There are some land rises not far that way. I, had to place a human water den there just before the dragons arrived. It had gotten too close. I know now that not all humans are bad, but these humans had small dens lashed to the top of their water dens. I have seen those same small dens before, and they housed dragons who cried for help, but were hit by humans."
Hiccup frowned, then his eyes narrowed.
"You did a good thing to keep such away from this island. he said. We'll repurpose that den for something that saves lives instead of taking them. The den is suspended from those brown vine things humans use a lot.
Hiccup blinked, then chuckled.
We call those ropes. Ropes, the dragon said, slowly pronouncing the new words. Ropes. Ha! See? You are always teaching me new things. Well, when you visit, we can teach you more things. And my friend, Fishlegs, will love speaking with you. Ah, the one you wished to draw me for,
the dragon said,
then blinked. I said that right? Yes, you did. And yes, to the dragons in the nest and beyond. Fishlegs is considered an elder in training, so he'll talk with you and ask you questions and answer anything you want when you visit. I look forward to that, young Alpha.
The Submaripper then bowed her head, though she did not spread her fin-like wings.
Until we meet again, may the currents forever bring you home. I take it that is a phrase like, may the winds be forever under your wings, that the land dragons use?
Hiccup asked. The Submaripper sat up.
Yes, those of us who dwell upon the seafloor use it. Dragons like the Scalding Spitter and the Death Bellower will typically use both, that one and the one you speak, depending on who they are speaking to.
Hiccup nodded his head, and he and Astrid bowed like Gita taught them to in their karate lessons.
May the currents forever bring you home, as well, my friend.
The Submaripper smiled, and with one last wink to Hiccup, turned and waded out into the water. Hiccup stepped back, intending to climb onto Toothless's saddle, but was stopped. Astrid slipped her arms under his and encircled his waist. His arms, of their own accord, wrapped around her. Not that he minded all that much. He loved holding her. He blinked when she smiled. Then his breath was taken, and he did not really care about that smile much anymore. He cared more for her lips upon his, and the fact that his heart sped up. He moaned and returned the kiss with equal measure. He, reluctantly, pulled back many heartbeats later. He felt the weight of their dragon's chaperones' gazes and knew they would interfere soon. It took several more heartbeats after he pulled his head back to calm his heart. It took more heartbeats after that for his mind to remember how to form words. What was that for, milady? Because you are mine.
Hiccup smiled. Always. But we agreed on soft kisses and appropriate caresses for now, my love. He smirked. Are you trying to tempt me?
She returned the smirk. Just a reminder that you are mine, my future husband.
Hiccup had to take another few heartbeats to formulate a reply after hearing her say that.
Sure, she had said she would be his wife, and would spend her life with him if Gothi performed the marriage rites. But she had never said husband. Not yet, anyway. Hiccup felt everything within him soar, and he found he could not resist the urge to kiss her again. How long the kiss actually lasted, Hiccup could not tell. But the sudden realization that something smelled off and extremely fishy pulled both from each other. Hiccup looked to his right and frowned upon seeing his brother standing there.
Did you just burp? He asked.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Come now, we should get that water den down and be on our way, dear Alpha. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Oh my god, he's got a dragon the size of an island crushing on him. And alive. And of course the flirting goes straight over his head. And alive. Hiccup, horrendous headache the third, you cheeky blighter.
And you absolutely adorable goof.
Though admittedly, if any man was that devoted to me, I'd be swooning. And Astrid be like, you're my future husband, you are mine, I'm just giving you a little reminder of that. And oh my god, their flirting's getting flirtier. I love it. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night or whatever time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and albino pals. I'll see you in another video. Take care.